today I'm going to talk about rejection. Rejection at the best of times definitely sucks a little bit. Let me start off with, I'm on fire today because I've been rejected from one opportunity where I was like, fuck dude, I gotta make my opportunities. I gotta go. So here we are on the topic of rejection. Now, it could be rejection in relationships, it could be rejection in career, it could be rejection in any opportunity that you actually wanted to create for yourself. Firstly, I'd like to start off with a bit of Swedish, with a Swedish word, well, because, you know, I'm currently in the space of learning Swedish. It's the fourth language on my Duolingo at the moment. I've got Italian, I've got German, French, and now it's Swedish. So, the word is, apparently there are two ways to say it. You can either say God morgon or God morgon. God morgon is more like saying morning, so it's a bit more colloquial, a bit more casual, but God morgon is like saying good morning. Now, rejection, you don't have like a vice grasp on reality and who you really are and like what you have to offer. That shit is going to suck you down like a whirlpool into an abyss of feeling like a big fat duder, like a piece of shit. Now, that's not the truth. Just because you feel that way, just because it doesn't mean it's, well, obviously it's not the reality of the situation. You are a living, breathing, experiential human being with the capacity to build bridges, to run companies, to create things. That is your capacity as a human being. What your Dharma is or what your life purpose is, I can't tell you. But just know that as a human being, like, we're capable of big stuff. So if other people can do it, you can do it. So just know that even if you feel like Scheiße. That's a bit of German. That means shit. When you are rejected, just first of all, remember that you are worthy. You have a story, you have a place in this world, so just please breathe. Like, I've done a lot of that today. I've just been like, it's like a deep breath and a heaviness that comes out with that breath. So just breathe deeply. Now, the point of life is to flow, to create, to transform. So to do this, you need to try new things. You need to plant seeds and you need to let the teeth of life grow. So, visualize like a baby with its bare gums. The bare gums and you, that's your life, okay? So think about how messy and painful the process of teething is for a child. It's also nice to know, like, as painful and as messy as the process is, of teething is, you're still, like, super cute. Like, if you look at babies, like, they're going through the whole mess, they're drooling, they're crying, they're just like, it hurts, but they're super cute, So remember, you're a cutie. You may cry, laugh, but you're still, like, pretty cool at the end of the day. All that to say, I've had a lot of rejection up until this point of 29 years old. Like, a lot. Like, I've applied to so many companies and they've said no. I've wanted relationships and they've been like, no. There are so many other opportunities which have come to me where people are like, how did you get that? Like, how did you do that? How are you so lucky? And I'm like, it's more of a matter of just keep going, dust yourself off and just keep going. Keep building, keep planting seeds and keep moving on. If you stop creating opportunities for yourself, where are you going to get them from? I'm going to figure out my goddamn hair. So now I thought I would try and get myself out of this place of stagnancy. I just feel like a steeping piece of leaf in like a pool that is not moving. So I was like, what can I do? What can I grow? What can I try? So I was like, let me give the university masters in interior architecture a go. And I was super confident that I would get it. Like, I've got the experience, I've got the qualification, and then they were like, no. So I was like, okay. It's not because I'm not capable of it. Everyone that I've worked with is surprised because they know my capacity and my skill set. But it's just this opportunity doesn't feel that way, and that's fine. But what else can I do, in the face of this happening? It happens. So I have a little story for you. There was this really amazing song I heard that I couldn't stop listening to, and I was like, God, this is good. How did they make it? Like, what was the process? And so I spoke to the creator of it. And he told me that the song, as it was, perfect in my humble opinion, was not supposed to be like that. Like, the way that the song was released and the thing that I hear, that's not what was the intended vision for that song. they wanted to release another one, they wanted to enjoy another one out in the world. But he had created it with a different artist, you know, like with a whole different vibe and with different lyrics. But as life had it, it blew up in his face, and his hopes and dreams were dashed for this piece, and it was like ripped from him. He wasn't able to use it. And so, defeated but not giving up, he went back to the drawing board and found another artist, got new lyrics, and here we are with this amazing song. Amazing song. So I heard the original, and I have to tell you, I wouldn't dance to that. Like, I'm not particularly like in love with the original. I was like, oh, the original is just like, but the one that was released, I was like, so yeah, Rejection, it refines us, you know, it pushes us into a corner by like the scuff of our necks, and we have to fight back, and it's like, yeah, you know, I've got you in a stronghold. And it's like, okay, so now you're in that corner. How are you going to build your opportunities? How are you going to create opportunities? How are you going to move forward? How are you going to fight back? It hurts, sure, it feels like you're not good enough, but it doesn't mean that you aren't. You know, you just now have the space to grow into being the person that you envision for yourself, and keep moving towards that. So think about all the times you wanted something and it wasn't, you know, meant to be. Like, how better are you and your life for it? Like, I'm super grateful for like the relationships that didn't work out. Like, I didn't, like, at that point, like, I don't know what point my life would be. Fuck! I gave up, but you know what? This actually feels better. So yeah. I don't know what the point of life actually is. I don't have the answer to that philosophical question, but what I do know is that it always works out for the better. You know, what is meant for you will be, and what is not will not. There is a thing inside of us which gets hurt, and it's lost, and it's afraid. But if we can just like learn to sit back and observe and accept and continue gracefully, I think that's the point. To race through life like nodding at the things that cannot and won't be, just be like, yeah, cool, you know, nice. But keep digging and creating and finding, and embrace the ones which want to embrace us. There are opportunities which don't want us, and you know, we are not meant for it, but there are opportunities which come to you and they're like, come to me, and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing, how could this happen? And you're like, take the ones that embrace you. So ultimately, we deserve to be loved by ourselves, by our wishes, by our goals, by our desires. You know, and like in a relationship, they will love us back. And of course, it's not unconditional. We must work for it, as always. You know, we deserve to be loved by the things that we want and desire and hope for, to feel that warmth inside of us. Let's see where my life is a year from now, because where I am now, I feel a little bit jilted. I feel a little bit like, oh, I'm scared. But I'm not just going to sit back and be like, oh yeah, I know that I'm just going to keep going and keep building and keep finding opportunities. And who knows where I will be this time next year. What's the date today? 22nd of February, 2022. Let's see what happens. Thank you. And have a good day. As always, move higher and move better. Bye. Bloops. Oh, dear me, dear me. Oh, God.